All right, hi. It's all your games where belong to us, and we have part two of our podcast for E3, and we're gonna talk about Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Now, what did they show off? Remember the Watch Dogs was the big game.
Watch Dogs was
kind of like the only surprise.
that was pretty much the newest thing. They showed off Rayman Legends
Looks good.
first, I believe. I believe that was one of the first games
Yeah.
to show.
Well,
Which it looks cool.
They did Far Cry 3. I forgot about that.
They did Far Cry
really
3.
Amazing too.
I never completed Far Cry 2 because it's just odd. It's hopefully they change literally everything about that game. The shooting's really fun. The open world's cool, but it's like in an open world game, you shouldn't have like save boxes.
Yeah.
Just because like when point A and point B are like 15,000 miles apart, and you die. If you die twice because your little buddy can save you, then you're just screwed, and then it's just pissing me off. So hopefully they change that for 3.
The Watch Dogs I think looks pretty fun, but I don't expect to see that for 5 years.
I really don't expect. I mean,
like a heavy rain.
There are rumors that it's gonna come out at the end of next year. That is not gonna happen.
I don't see it happening.
I don't see it. I mean, it looks very advanced. It has a neat concept.
Yeah.
It looks really gritty and dark, but I feel like it's really complicated. Like I feel like all that stuff. I mean, maybe it'd be neat, but then maybe it's too much. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Well, they had the Zombie
U, which actually looks pretty neat. Even though I'm not kidding, even though I think they're stupid, but Zombie U. I mean, I think that's what Nintendo needs is stuff like that, and I think Zombie U could do it. I don't think they should. They only Ubisoft didn't really do a good job with Zombie U at their conference.
Yeah,
they showed a lot more at Nintendo, but at theirs they showed that trailer with the God Save the Queen.
Yeah,
and that was just kind of. I mean, it was stupid. I didn't really care. I mean, they zombie games try so hard to have these emotional trailers. I mean, look at Dead Island. When that trailer came out, I was like, that game is going to be amazing.
Yeah, they got rumor they announced a sequel to that too.
Yeah, I don't care. I never played the first one. Anyway,
it's the same.
I mean, then they come out with the gameplay and it's nothing like the trailer. And I didn't play the game. I'll probably end up getting it eventually, but it's nothing like.
Yeah.
You know, and zombie games really aren't like this emotional experience. They're run, gun, shoot, explode heads, blood everywhere. I mean, it's not really meant to be this like emotional, you know, heart-wrenching experience. But I mean, maybe. But I don't see Zombie. I see Zombie U being a fun zombie game with a whole lot of little gimmicky little things to it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like more of a more interesting take on like Left 4 Dead with like more gimmicks. Trying to say.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have that controller. You're gonna like scan things and do all that stuff, which is fun. I mean, it's not really practical, but Rayman Legends
looks fun.
It looks cool. I mean, everyone like I thought like I really like Rayman Origins. I actually like the graphical style of Rayman Origins better than Legends. But it doesn't look like it's really doing anything different. I guess they have the Wii U partner thingy that can like help you do stuff. But
was that it for Ubisoft? Like I don't remember anything.
Yeah, that was more at Ubisoft than at Nintendo.
I remember anything else they showed like at Ubisoft.
I don't. Games. I think just really Watch Dogs, which at least they had a game I didn't know about.
Yeah, true. It's, I mean, how would you grade them? Overall, Ubisoft.
Oh, I mean, I give them like a B-. I mean, they didn't really do anything bad. They could have probably showed off more stuff. I mean, Watch Dogs did look really neat.
Yeah.
I don't see it coming out. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be like Alan Wake and just not come out.
Heavy Rain too.
Yeah, Heavy Rain, just not come out forever. But I feel like Heavy Rain's new game might be the same way.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll move on to that.
I'll give Ubisoft a B- as well.
Yeah, copy.
What would you give EA? I don't think we ran that down. What'd you give EA?
Probably like a. We totally didn't talk about that football player. That was so cool. You missed it. They had this old like ex-NFL guy come on stage to talk about Madden. You didn't see it because you weren't home. You had a doctor's appointment, but I saw it. I don't remember his name, but it was awesome. He was just so cool, and he was funny, and he had all these good comments. And
not Joe Montana, right?
No, that was Microsoft.
Right.
No, this was some.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was hilarious. He was talking about like social networking, and he was just awesome. I mean, he really made that cool. So I'm gonna give them a B- only because of that. Everything else was kind of stupid.
I'll give
Besides Dead Space. Dead Space looks awesome.
I'll give them a C+. I think they did pretty good compared to everyone else. So next up was Sony.
Medal of Honor, which I totally...
Oh my god, how did I forget that?
I didn't see it. I saw
it looks like a lot of fun. I think it'll be a lot better than the reboot.
Alright. I'm just kidding. Alright, we're moving.
It's gonna be really good. I mean,
maybe.
You didn't play the first one. Reboot.
Maybe. Okay, anyway, on to...
Sony.
So, they came out strong. Jack Tretton did a really nice job.
As usual.
Yeah, coming out, being like, yo, what up, Sony fans. What was the first game they showed?
Was it
PlayStation All-Star? No, it wasn't. I mean,
I don't remember at all what they showed.
They had like a slideshow of like games, which was neat. Was it Last of Us?
No, that was like the closing.
That was the closing. What'd they start?
I mean, that looks pretty good. Last
of Us looks really pretty sweet. It looks really gritty, really realistic. Not an overly original concept.
Well,
I mean, I guess him with the girl, it's new, but the whole concept of him being in like this war torn, I think that's in video games all the time. Like the world's a wasteland and it's every man for himself. I mean, it's not a new thing, but they're taking it in a newer, like a direction that games have.
I'm sure Naughty Dog will add some kind of like spin to it.
Well, Naughty Dog's good at pretty much everything they do.
Yeah.
I think that'll be okay. PlayStation All-Stars, on the other hand,
that kind of disappointed me.
That presentation, it was so exciting. They come out at first, and I'm like, nice, new characters. Let's see what they can do.
And
nothing.
We knew Drake was going to be in there, and Big Daddy was leaked.
Yeah. See, the problem is that their Facebook came out with this poll, like what character would win, and they had the Big Daddy and Drake on it, so people already knew. But that didn't happen until after until they demoed the game.
Yeah, it was.
So when they first showed it, no new characters, and when I first saw screens of All-Stars Battle Royale, whatever it's called, I was like, this looks kind of confusing. It was really, like, the camera wasn't close in at all. It was really far away.
It was kind of hard to watch.
Yeah, but then, then they fixed that for the demo. But they're playing it, and the entire time, all the guy's talking about is moving up your super bar. And I'm thinking, like, okay, well, how does this work? Like, how does, damage work, and how do you knock players out? And he didn't really explain that at all. Like, I left, it ended and I was confused. I was like, how does this work? Like, how do you knock opponents? Is this like Brawl? Because you're trying to be like Brawl right now.
Yeah,
you're trying to be Super Smash Brothers. Is it like Super Smash Brothers 64? I don't know.
It might be.
I mean, how are these people getting knocked off? And all he does, there's no damage counter. There's just a bar for super meters. And there's like 3 levels of it. But then so you try to build it up. But it's kind of like, well, that doesn't look very hard. Just keep punching someone and build it up. I mean, if you attack them, does it go down? I mean, he doesn't explain it. And then I read some more stuff about it, and it seems like, that's all you can do to knock players off is with super moves, and that's just stupid. I mean, I was excited for the game, and now I've kind of lost. Unless they fix it, I've lost most hope.
Yeah, hopefully they will, and if they don't, maybe it'll turn out better than we think it is. But,
Dream.
Oh yeah, Quantic Dream. That's right. They showed off.
Who's open. Okay, wait. What were you gonna say? Finish what you said.
Well, of course, the lowest part of Sony's magical conference was the Wonder Book.
The Wonder Book.
That was so painful.
That was just boring. I mean,
we were watching it. I just died. I hated it.
There's no interesting. That is gonna be the new laser tag game.
Oh, Ubisoft's laser tag.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I mean, you hear about it at E3, and it's just not going to exist. I mean, it probably will come out, because if J.K. Rowling has something to do with it. I mean, people are going to like... But it's like, alright, Harry Potter's really cool and everything. There was nothing cool about that.
Yeah.
You couldn't do anything with those spells. You, like, had a book. Your PlayStation Move did a really bad job of being a wand, because every time you moved it, you could see the pink ball again. Yeah. And it's like, you could do spells, and they would, like, the book would come to life and be, like, on fire, but that was it. Like, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't fight stuff. You couldn't shoot the spells. It just kind of appeared. That's not exciting. That is not a video game. That is just, like, a pretty design, like, showcase. Like, it's more of, like, what can the PlayStation Move do than, like, what should it do and how can we make it fun.
It was...
PlayStation Move is dead. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It was dead before it was released.
So the grading of Sony...
Wait, we didn't even talk about the Quantic Dreams game.
Oh, that's right. We mentioned it, didn't we?
Well, yeah, that's what they opened with.
Okay.
And I was expecting... Not a follow-up to Heavy Rain.
But something, like, similar. And
yeah, I was kind of hoping... I really liked the gameplay of Heavy Rain. I mean, those quick time events, it was just intense.
It was a great game.
I loved it. The story was awesome. And what they're doing with it, I mean, I like what they did with Ellen Page. I like how they got a well-known actress who, you know, to do the voice. And I like how they kind of made it look like her.
Yeah.
Kind of. I feel like I'm playing as Ellen Page. I don't really feel like I'm playing as whoever the character's name is. But I think that was the biggest flaw in Heavy Rain, is a lot of the people weren't the greatest voice actors.
Especially the one of the Scott Shelby, the
Girl,
prostitute.
the Lauren, or whatever.
What a great voice
It was
actor that
awful.
was.
Jaden was...
Was okay.
He was decent at best, honestly.
You're going for a John Cusack feel, I think, with him.
Yeah, but John Cusack is, like, a decent actor.
True. He's in nothing good except for Con Air. I mean,
Yeah. So
Scott Shelby and Ethan Mars were pretty...
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
So when they came out with that, I mean, it looks neat, but honestly, I don't know how the game... Like, they didn't really show any gameplay.
Yeah.
They might have shown gameplay, but I can't really understand how the game works. It'll be an interesting thing once I see more about it. So I would probably give... If I give Sony a grade, I'd probably give it, like, a D+. Because, I mean, everyone there got a free year of PlayStation Plus, and then, like, a whole bunch of free games because they came out with that. Well, I had PlayStation Plus for, like, a year. It's really not that great.
Yeah, I'll give them a D. And another thing was they didn't show off Vita barely at all, too. It was just kind of like...
No. Yeah, they were kind of like... They were like, Black Ops 2 declassified.
Then that's it.
They showed... No gameplay, not even
the title card.
Yeah,
that was it.
It was just Black Ops 2 and then orange declassified underneath it. It really was nothing spectacular. Assassin's Creed, was it Liberation? Is that what it's called? They showed a little bit of that off, but like nothing new for the Vita. You want people to buy this. You don't really show, like, I guess, you know, PlayStation All-Stars, they showed how you can use the Vita to play as a controller, but it's kind of like, if I'm playing it on my Vita, I'm probably not going to be playing on my TV at home.
Yeah.
Probably just use a controller, and then if I want to, then turn the Vita on, transfer it, leave.
Yeah, alright, so we'll have a next segment real quick.
Did I say D+?
I'll give it a D, as I said.
Yeah, they didn't show anything off besides that.
We're going to move on to our last segment. One more video. Should only take about 5 minutes on our Nintendo's press conference. So we'll see you.
Goodbye.